Drop your pants next to the bed, that's just what the woman said. The look upon her face was mighty boy. Drop your drawers and stay a while, she said calmly with a smile. Told her I was not that kind of boy.
For the web, charge!
I was just a boy of teens, it was yesterday it seems. Walking down the street after a dance. By the corner stood a girl with her hair all up in curls. Her motion to me wasn't hard to grasp. Well, she had things I'd never seen, and Lord knows I was pretty green. She motioned me to follow her sweet path. She said, honey, come upstairs. I knelt and said my prayers. As I closed the door, here's what she said to me.
Come here, you sweet thing.
Drop your pants next to the bed, that's just what the woman said. The look upon her face was mighty coy. Drop your drawers and stay a while, she said calmly with a smile. Told her I was not that kind of boy. Well, I knew not what to do, so I just removed my shoes. After all, I didn't know her well. I was nervous as could be, but she smiled so patiently. The room was cool, but I was hot as hell. Drop your pants next to the bed, that's just what the woman said. The look upon her face was mighty coy. Drop your drawers and stay a while, she said calmly with a smile. Told her I was not that kind of boy. Morning lifted up my eyes, across my fingers gave a sigh. All at once came someone to the door. A voice pounded at the air. I know my daughter's in there, she said calmly as my bare feet hit the floor. Drop your pants next to the bed, that's just what the woman said. The look upon her face was mighty coy. Drop your drawers and stay a while, she said calmly with a smile. Told her I was not that kind of boy. Well, I told her I was not that kind of boy. Well, I told her I was not that kind of boy. These are the days of thunder. We're gonna make time stand still. A quarter after midnight, and I'm watching the wall.
For the web,
Sometimes I
charge!
feel so uptight, I just can't sleep at all. Every day doing the same old thing, we're losing time. The weekend comes, we gotta have some fun and rewind. These are the days of thunder. We're gonna make time stand still. We gotta feel the hunger hanging over the edge
It is time. Welcome to Plugin Pulse, WP Plugins A to Z Unplugged.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for WordPress plugins A to Z, not Z.
It's episode 17 of Plugin Pulse. We're dealing with from rogue admins to clicker games, real talk on WP Plugins A to Z. WordPress, the king of content management systems, powering the web with over 80,000 plugins to choose from. How do you sort the junk from the gems? Welcome to WP Plugins A to Z, where we've been keeping the pulse of WordPress alive for over 16 incredible years. Join us every week for an unrehearsed, real talk breakdowns of the latest and greatest plugins, developer and community member interviews. Some weeks, Amber and I team up to dig in. Others, I'm flying solo, unpacking WordPress news, demoing a standout plugin, or sharing tips to power up your site. No scripts, no fluff, just the good stuff from A to Z. So plug in and let's get rolling. Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you happen to be hiding out there on the globe today. Coming to you direct from the other brewery overlook in beautiful southern Vancouver Island. I'm John Overall, and I'm here for episode 17. I can't believe I've done 17 of these. Of Plugin Pulse, WP Plugins A to Z Unplugged. And, of course, we're going to be diving down to a few things today. We're getting into the grid of supply chains under siege, AI bots taxing your servers, essential bot protection tools, a cheeky satirical game every plugin dev needs to try, and the latest maintenance releases that keeping WordPress stable. So grab your coffee, fire up the keyboard, and let's dive into everything we're going to be talking about. But of course, I got to get a couple of quick things out of the way. Don't forget, you can join me every Monday at noon. If it's not me, it'll also include Amber occasionally. She'll be here and there. What you can also do is, if you're so inclined and you want to join in on the conversation, there will be a link at the top of wppluginsa2z.com/live that'll take you to a Google Meet, and you can come join the Google Meet for us and add your 2 cents to all of the mess that's going on here and just come and enjoy everything that we're doing. You know, it's always here. It's always open for anyone to come join. I'll allow up to 2 people at a time. We could end up having real conversations. That could be a rarity. If you're listening to me on YouTube, I want to remind you all, please remember to hit that like button, hit the bell, subscribe, and get a reminder of when I'm on next. And if you're also so inclined, you can join me over at Tavern Talk every Sunday at 7, where currently I'm doing a weekly episode and breaking down the Book of Revelations. I released the last one last night, so go check those out. All right, that covers up all of the stuff in the beginning. And I know whatever people were listening went, yeah, I don't want to listen to all that. Well, now you missed the good stuff by not sticking around for the first, what do we got into it? We've got like 3-4 minutes into it. Yeah, 3.5 minutes. So all right, let's just dive into things. All right, the first one we're going to talk about here, this is another supply chain attack that has occurred recently. And I know we've been talking a lot about those on the shows with Amber, on previous shows of myself. We've had a lot of supply chain attacks lately. And this one here is a textbook reminder of the pioneer days of the web, where site security chain is only as strong as its weakest link. In other words, depending upon other things to provide you stuff on your site leaves you open for the attacks. And of course, that's one of the whole downfalls of WordPress to begin with, because it's plugin driven, unless you're writing them yourself. And even then, you might be using dependencies that are out there on the internet when you write them. So anyway, PatchStack released this breakdown of an attack on OptinMonster, TrustPilot, and PushEngage. And what happened was they came in and attacked CDN, Content Delivery Network scripts. So the attackers didn't have to poke holes in the plugins. Instead, they compromised through a CDN API key after exploiting a vulnerability in Updraft Plus on the vendor's marketing site. This let them tamper with front-end JavaScript SDK files that were served to over 1.2 million sites. The malicious code appended legitimate minified scripts, and it lay dormant until a logged-in admin loaded it and affected the page in their browser. Then it sprang into action using the admin's own session and annoyances, I'm not sure I pronounced that correctly, but to silently create a rogue administrator accounts, both fixed developer API and randomized dev ... variants, and install a stealthy backdoor plugin disguised as something innocuous like content delivery helper. So this is a very interesting article and a breakdown to get in, read, and understand what happened, what occurred. Are you impacted? You might want to check if you're impacted. So it's a fairly detailed article breaking it all down, and it's something you want to find out if you have any exposure to this item here to bring in to take care of. Now, in the show notes, which will be up later today, there'll be further information available in there, more links, the OptinMonster disclosure, other things, bleeping computer coverage, etc. So there's a whole lot of things in here that'll help you out and can help you look into see if you have any exposure or problems with the issue. Okay. The joys of doing this by myself. I have to take time so I can actually drink something. All right, the next thing I've got here is release candidate 1 for WordPress 7.0.1 is out. It's expected to be pushed out for full release on July 9th. They've done some little updates in here. It's just a maintenance one, and they fixed some compatibility fixes, some accessibility, a little bit of editor smoothness, and some media handling is what they've got on here. And this is, if one of the things you're saying, if you're running PHP 8.5 or lean heavily on the blocks Gutenberg, this could be something that will help you out dealing with edge cases and other little miscellaneous things. So link to the show notes for the article if you haven't already seen it. But just for folks to know, the WordPress 7.0.1 is on its way out the door. Hey, Ryan, nice to see you here. All right. And that's really, here's a couple of the key fixes that they've made mention of. The TW emoji handling tweaks, PHP 8.5 compatibility, an array access fix, image editor and media library polish, scaling, cropping, spinner alignment, lightbox accessibility, admin reskin and mobile from standardization, the block editor and Gutenberg updates, CSS and emoji script fixes. Turn the emojis off. Publishing button layout and search bar positioning in the media library. And if you hadn't heard already when I talked about it a few shows ago, make sure you turn off that really horrible new color scheme. I mean, that color scheme is just, it burns the eyes. It really does. Every time I run across it with clients or people have me going in lately that have done their 7 update and I hit it, I'm like, quick, go change, quick. Change back to the nice, softer version that's easier on my eyes. I mean, when you're looking at that thing all day long, how can people handle that really bright purple? Well, it's not purple. It's more of a purpley blue, which is fluorescent in color. Kind of hurts. That's just me whining. All right. Let's talk a little bit about some SEO stuff. And this is not just an SEO problem, but this is a major problem now. Bot traffic has become pretty horrendous. I've been dealing with a lot of it myself lately since I run my own servers, have my own small boutique hosting business. And So I've had to deal with a lot of bot traffic, and I've had to actually move a couple of clients off onto Cloudflare because the bot traffic just wouldn't leave their websites alone. That's a whole nother story unto itself, though. All right, now this article here from Kinsta is talking about the bot traffic being no longer just about crawl or SEO signals or server threads or database load. It's now driving massive amounts of dynamic requests. And this one here I can 100% attest to. And in particular, the dynamic requests that it impacts the most are event calendars, in particular 2 event calendars, the all-in-one events calendar and the events calendar. I can't remember. Oh, no, who owns that now? Not Kinsta. Liquid Web owns it. No, they moved it to somebody. I forget. That was a mess. We talked about that a few times. It's trying to erase it from my memory. Anyway, those 2 events calendars, they have so many endpoints dynamically generated that when the bots come in, they just hammer the hell out of them. So the fixes for these and dealing with this is working with smarter tools, doing rate limiting, creating more customized web application firewall rules, ModSec rules, dealing with this. Now, Kinsta goes in here and deep dives into analyzing over 10 billion requests across their managed hosting, painting a really good picture about what the crawlers have been doing to their sites. The AI bots have been jumped from 1 in 200 visits to 1 in 31 visits by late 2025. Well, it's probably higher than that now. The AI bots are constantly hammering things. I know I use AI a fair bit, and I have it doing a lot of web searches for me and having it do research, etc. Now, these are causing all kinds of issues. Now, Cloudflare, as I've been getting more and more involved with it, I avoided it for the longest time until the last few months when I've actually had to start using it to manage bots. Cloudflare is coming up with new ways to work with the bots and deal with the bots in there to get those bots more under control and ease them through your site to good traffic versus the never-ending flow of traffic into your website. So this is a good article that can help you understand the problems and understand what is happening with your site structures and finding things that you may be able to deal with. If you're on someone like Kinsta, you could be dealing with their managed service, which may help you out a bit. The websites on my services are not managed, except for the few that pay me to manage them. So this is a really good one to go into and learn about the bad bots versus the good bots and the AI training crawlers and figure out how to get rid of them, the inefficient loops and the parameters. If you've got a event calendar, such as all-in-one events calendar or the events calendar, you want to learn how to tone that one down so it produces less of those never-ending loops. They've been doing updates to the plugins, which has helped, but on the whole, things have been coming together. Now, some of the things you can do with this is you can look at additional plugins for your website if you need to. One of them, got a list of plugins here in the show notes. BotBlocker Security, Wordfence Security helps out a lot. I don't use Wordfence as much as I used to. I've started to use Security Ninja, which does a pretty good job. Blackhole for bad bots. Blackhole for bad bots is a really great plugin. We've reviewed it a couple of times in the past, and it works very well to deal with the bad bots who hit into the world. The only problem with Blackhole for bad bots, if you use a caching plugin on your website, it doesn't work. So you got to avoid it with caching. Block AI crawlers plugin. It's ultra focused, set and forget to deal with the dozens of AI training bots, ChatGPT, Claude, etc., and to block them out of your site. So those are some really good ones. The links for those are all in the show notes, so go check those out. All right. This is the point here where I like to remind everyone that this is a value for value show. And if you get any value out of it, we provide you some insights that save you money. We provide you a lead to a plugin, which earns you lots of money, you know, by helping you build out better or protect your website or your client's websites better, and you can make a few bucks doing it. Hey, kick us back a few bucks. So what we like to say is time, talent, or treasure. And the time, of course, is to get out there and tell people about us, plug people into WP Plugins A to Z. Talent, well, the talent, what we've got for talent is to have you submit artwork. That artwork can be yours or it can be AI generated. As you can see, all my artwork is now AI generated because I don't have time to sit down and do artwork like I once upon a time did. Well, actually, I didn't have the time. I used to have to make the time so I could have cool artwork for each show. To submit it, just go to the Donate Your Artwork page on the site. You'll see a sampling of the artwork that's in the gallery. Scroll down, fill out it, image, description, upload your image, and if you create a small short video, you can upload the small short video. Once that's done, then it comes in and it gets displayed, showcased for the world, gives you an opportunity to showcase your artwork, a video on it if you've created one, give it a story. Hey, if you're really good with it and do a nice job in how you do it, you can even sneak in a link or two if it's appropriate. You know, get a link back from WP Plugins A to Z. Now, there's one way to, you know, get a bonus out of it. Now, the final way to support this show, of course, is through treasure donations. And just go to treasure donations on the site, donate through PayPal, pick a number, whatever number means anything to you, 5, 10, 20, $10 million, anything along that line. Just submit it and donate to PayPal and leave us a note, and we'll actually read the note out when we hit this point in our show every time. Sooner or later, people will donate. I know that our audience has been growing in the last year and a half. I've been watching the number of downloads increase, especially since I moved all the show over to BunnyNet, where I can actually track it better. And, you know, say hi to all the people across the globe, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, Japan. Japan's the one that's really got me. Hello to the people in Japan that are downloading and listening to the show. All right, now that's that there. Now, I mentioned it at the beginning of the show, but I do want to make a mention of it again. Go check out the Tavern Talk podcast. Again, another show I do, and it's a really great show. It's more down to earth, and it has less formatting except for the current format I'm doing for the next couple of months, several months, as I go through the book of Revelations. All right. Let's go talk about site security. Now, we got a little bit of site security here today. Let's do this. There we go. All right. Probably should change that earlier, but it gets lost. All right. This one here is on WordPress malware removal. The information I got on this came from Aditya Arshwarma over on X, and he did a very nice article breaking down something that still occurs in the world, the invisible hack, the cloaking attacks. And he explains why your great scanner you've got for your website, whatever it might be, is not catching this hack. Now, I've seen this hack. I think I dealt with it about 6 to 8 months ago on a client's site. And what they do is they manage to get in and they inject the code that if someone visits your site normally, they get your website. If they don't visit it normally, they get casino, porn spam, etc., manga, whatever. And this is when they come in through Google bot searches. This is the Google bot stealing your traffic to present to them to get them. Now, this has been around. I have lost the internet connection. Oh, the internet's back. Okay. There we go. We had a blank out on the internet connection. Just saw that blank out. So not sure how much of that I missed. So if you want to catch that bit, you'll have to go listen to the recorded show that is put up on the website. All right. So anyway, I'm talking about the cloaking spamware and malware that is there. Now, what happens is your regular visitors see the thing, nothing, no problem. But the Google bot, it serves gambling spam in a foreign language, and it tanks your ratings. It tanks your search engine rankings, all of that. And eventually, Google might actually delist you or send you a notification if you're lucky, and be informed that this is happening. Other than that, you need to check this for yourself. Now, he's got a great link in here in this article here, but the link is also in the show notes to take you to his GitHub repo. He produced a malware removal tool, which you can run using Claude, I think is how he has it set up here, to have it come in and check your website. He's also got some standalone Python scripts that can be run in here to help you figure out if this is happening to your website, and as a way to monitor it in case something gets scammed. And as we know, we've had a lot of attacks recently through the supply chain. And these supply chain attacks have created all kinds of issues. Now, the supply chain attacks, that once they attack, they don't always want to get your data. I mean, most of the data on the vast majority of WordPress websites is not very valuable unless they have a membership site or they've got other. What they want is your traffic. They want your bandwidth. They want all the other little aspects that your site provides. And that's what they're doing. So if you're looking to do this for yourself or do this for your clients, go read this article on X that he wrote. It's a very good article. It's got some pretty good details of information in it. Then go check out the link to his GitHub repo and check out this program he produced, this malware removal tool that he produced, and it can help you out and save you a ton of grief with your site. All right. Now, I do have one minor tip here. For those of you that are looking for more podcasts out there, go check out this website. These folks here sent me an email to tell me that they had featured WP plugins in this thing. And what I've got to say to the guys that did this, if they listen to the show, which I doubt they do, but hey, they just pulled my email from the website, I'm sure. You only need to send me one email, not... My modem shows it's so good, but... shows I'm still good. Yeah, okay, there we go. We're good. All right, we're still good. We're bouncing back up and down here for some reason. We've got a slow internet connection today. Who knows? All right, so at any rate, it's a really great little resource, and they do have a link here to the best top 30 web development podcasts, and that link is in the show notes, and it takes you in here. Now, where am I at? Oh, I'm down here at the bottom 30 somewhere. How can these other ones still be, up above me? I have to do something about that. I should have been way up higher. Yeah, I'm at 24. Yeah, okay. Well, that's all right. We'll have to work on that and get it tweaked. All right, now for the big one, a really cool item. Now this one here is Just one of those things that I came across, got it through Reddit. It's just somebody promoting their own toys and tools. And this was somebody promoting a toy. It's called Pressword. It's at Pressword Games. It's called Install Clicker. If you're a plugin developer, don't touch it. This is a mildly addictive game. I may or may not have played enough to place myself in the top 3 rankings of it. So that's a big maybe, but it is kind of fun, and it is kind of a useless, pointless waste of time, but you get bored of it really quick. You basically come in, you get a page like this, you click write some code, and it starts giving you options. You can start to ship a plugin, and pretty soon you're getting slammed with acquisition offers. You launch a pro version, you start making money hand over fist. Then you start noticing, and then they want acquisitions again. Then you start noticing that you get, your support tickets are just climbing through the roof. So it's basically a ton of fun. At first, it's kind of slow until you've leveled up a couple of times in it. I've leveled it up a couple of times to where it's like, yeah, whatever. You've got to patch compatibilities to be compatible with the Pressword core. You can ship multiple versions as much as you want. It's just tons of fun. So anyway, go check this one out. Oh, and here we go. Yep, I'll take the big money. Sell out. Once you sell out, you get some bonuses, and the next time you start building, you have bonuses to the amount of code you can write per click. It's like I write now 19.7 million lines of code per click. Now, once you ship, and then you get through all of the big offers, and you launch a pro version, and you get through all the big offers, then you can start hiring senior developers who just produce code for you without you having to do anything. And pretty soon your code lines are just rocking through the world. So it's an interesting, pretty boring, lots of clicking kind of game where, you just sort of play and have some fun, and you just ship until somebody offers you the big bucks again. Nope, they're not going to offer me the big bucks. Or you can always sell out to, there we go. Sell them out. There we go. Just be a big sellout. Anyway, you go check it out. There's lots of cool options to it. Loads of fun. That's really all I have this week. Just want to remind everyone, I do have next Monday on July 13th, I have an interview with Marcin Dudek, and I don't have all the details in my brain right now. I've prepared up most of everything I'm going to do with the interview, but of course, actually, I can quickly bounce in here. We are going to be talking about plugin benchmarks, local slow query analysis, and zero bloat tooling. That's what we're going to be talking about in another week or so. In another week. Next Monday, for sure. So that's where we're at. Now, I do have 2 available interview dates coming up because I also have an interview on July 27th with Marcus Burdett. And that'll be a very interesting interview. I haven't prepared that one yet, but that prepping, I should probably have some info for that coming up. The only interview available dates for August and September is August 24th and September 21st. I'm planning to take a little time off in August and maybe September, and I don't want to be burdened with an interview because the interviews take me a couple of weeks to prepare. I do some research to try and present the guests in the best light and present their stuff really well. Got some links in the show notes for other places to get web info and training, and that is pretty much everything I've got for you today. We're kind of a light day on things, and this is what we've got. So thank you everyone for showing up. I greatly appreciate you hanging out here today and listening to the show. And for those listening to downloads, don't forget to go check out the YouTube version of it. And of course it kind of glitched out a little bit today, but hey, it's all good. So off we go. Let our girl take us on out of here, and a little bit of music shortly thereafter.
Reminders for the show. All the show notes can be found at wppluginsa2z.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the newsletter for more useful information delivered directly to your inbox. WP Plugins A to Z is a show that offers honest and unbiased reviews of plugins created by you, the developers, because you support the show. Help keep the show honest and unbiased by going to wppluginsa2z.com/donate and set the donation level that fits your budget. Help us make the show better for you by subscribing and reviewing the show through your favorite podcast app. You can also watch the show live on YouTube at WP Plugins A to Z, and remember to subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications of all new videos. You can also follow the show on X at WP Plugins A to Z. John can be reached directly through the website wpproatoz.com or email him at john@wppro.ca. Amber can also be contacted through the website at wpproatoz.com or email her directly, amber@wppro.ca. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day, and we'll see you next week.
Don't claim to know your story, don't even have my own. In the search for glory, gone with them sacred rules of old. They went missing down Highway 49. Devil's at the crossroads, sitting doing time. Preacher man discovered, passed down from saint to sage, like a kind-hearted lover who's been lost on this stage. Went missing down Highway 49. Devil's at the crossroads, sitting doing time. Crossroads, sitting doing time. Junkie and the jigger, just seen who done the crime. Captain pulled the trigger, guess who's doing time? They went missing down Highway 49. Devil's at the crossroads, is he yours or is he mine? Don't claim to know your story, don't even have my own. In our search for glory, gone with them sacred rules of old. We're missing down Highway 49. Devil's at the crossroads, sitting doing time. Devil's at a crossroads, joker's doing fine. Just sitting
Alrighty, folks. That's all we got. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Oh my god, that is amazing!
Oh no. Obviously we just lost the satellite.